Welcome back, everybody. We're back with Gen 6. I just want to say I appreciate all of you for just stopping by. Your opinions matter. I love the feedback I got on all my videos. Really opened my eyes to some of the, I don't know, stuff that people think about that I wouldn't. Like, you could go by looks. It could be something where it's like, hey, I had this encounter, or hey, this Pokemon got me through this game, and it's not something everyone would use. Anyway, again, I appreciate you guys, and thank you for watching. Let's get right to the list. So, we have our starters, the Chespin starter line. As you can see, I added minuses for this, because minuses are needed now, I think, for everything. Just because some of those levels are little, I don't know, sometimes C is not good enough. Maybe a B minus might be better. I didn't add any pluses, that's a little extreme. I'm going to go B minus on this part of the starter line. I actually love the design. However, I feel like, okay, when you look at the rest of these Pokemon, you see very, very similar. When you look at the evolution, it just goes like it's pretty similar all the way through, whether it's design, color scheme. They change some things up, obviously. If you look at this, it goes from like somewhat of like a starter, then it's like, okay, it stayed itself, and then it becomes like this monster thing. But again, I'm not hating. It's just not my favorite design. I personally picked a Delphox, probably just above the other line, just because, one, I'm a biased fire type lover. So again, design is great. I think that's where they kept it, like, it's consistent. The final was great. Greninja is definitely up there. Possibly could be A minus. We'll definitely revisit that. I think the only reason why, and this goes back to another video I had, is the overexposure of a certain Pokemon, whether it's like Charizard, Pikachu, the normals. Now, I'm not saying they're not good. I love if those two Pokemon I just named like crazy. But Greninja didn't have that hold because I feel like it's a generational shift where Charizard was like all of, first of all, I'm old as hell, so, you know, back in the day, Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur was like the thing. Like, we grew up on that mindset, and I'm not saying like Gen 2, 3, and 4 we didn't. We still did. It's just we weren't ready for how like expansive this ended up getting. I think there's like 1,025, 24 Pokemon now. It's insane. Bunnelby, actually don't hate it. I'm shocked I don't. I think you get it early in the game, and it has a great typing. I think for a Pokemon with just 2 evolutions as well, they did it justice. They didn't need that in between for this. The design makes sense. Fletchinder, I actually would probably put this in the B. However, basically Talonflame carries that. The beginning is the normal. Here's a bird. Here's more birds. And then it's like, all right, Talonflame's badass, like right away. Again, for me, it was useless. Again, opinions, so please don't kill me on this. Butterfree knockoff again. Every couple of generations, they just sprinkle in that. A moth, a butterfly. Now, I'm not saying you can't do that, but it seems extreme now. Like, if you can, there's so many variations of that exact, I think it was a Vivalion. It has like, what is it, like 10, 18, I don't even know, differences in color. The Litleo line, I did like. That's probably my first A. However, please don't hate me for this. I feel like I get it. They did the female like kind of dirty with the design. I feel like it could have been a little better, I guess. The male is obvious. And again, I know like anatomically, like that's relatively accurate to like a male female lion. Again, I am really pulling hairs on this generation because there's not a lot of it. But again, I don't, S-Class, there might, I think, I won't spoil it, but I think there's one. I'm not going to look at, I'm just going to look really quick. Maybe 2, maybe like stretching 3S. There might be 1 or 2. I think we're going to say 1 or 2. Florges line, hated it. Just never really got around to it. It's a flower, which we've kind of already done for the most part. This is going to shock people because I'm pretty sure I know it's grass type, but it's just that they gave it to, I think it's like, what was it, the riding Pokemon? Was it Pokemon Go? Again, I'm not. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm going to go B for the Go-Go. I think it's a cool design. Again, didn't need that middle evolution. Kept it simple. Designs just they made sense. Pangoro is, for me, is an A. I love this. I think a lot of people say Kung Fu Panda is like the most obvious meme you can say about this, but I just think the design's great. They kept it grungy, the look to it. They didn't really give it like a flash. It's like Urshifu if it ate way too much Doritos and McDonald's and just never worked out. Furfuro, it's the normal type, I believe, that's in the game. I'll C minus it. It was lost on me a little. I used it for a while, but it was lost on me. Esper, see, there's not a lot in here for me. I just never. This is all basically. I never used it. First S is going to Honedge and Aegislash wherever it is, because the design is perfect. The ability it gives it is perfect. The cards are fantastic. I mean, I just got a full art of that Aegislash. I don't know what set it was from. I gotta look. It's in my binder, but just great art. Cards great. I use it in the game all the time. In my shiny runs, I think I used it like 5-7 times or something like that. My first S class, it might be the only or the one of two. We'll see when we get there. Was it Spritzy or whatever it is? Again, it falls in that C where these for me, I just like, this makes sense to me because I just don't like some of the designs. This is where design started like kind of pivoting away from, all right, we're going to start running out of ideas, not running out of ideas, but the designs are going to start becoming very repetitive, or we're going to have to use something we already have. Malamar and Inkay. Now, cool, what was it? The DS had to be upside down or something like that, or Game Boy or something. It had to be upside down, and I think it evolved at a certain level, I believe. Stupidest Pokemon in the world. Sorry if you hate me for that. I just do not like that Pokemon. I also just got a full art of that card as well. Dragalge, this is where second S is coming in, I think. Love the design. I think they nailed what a dragon type Pokemon, but not that typical powerhouse look Pokemon, but it almost looks like Eternatus before it got intergalactic. Is it a Krabby remake? Possibly. Crawdaunt or whatever. Crawdaunt. Pronunciation of Pokemon is not my forte. So, Heliolisk, you're going to hate me for this one. It is a wannabe Ampharos. Can never be it. Ampharos is one of the best Pokemon in the whole game. All of Pokemon, my opinion. Tyrantrum? I'll go B. I love the design. Simple, kind of dinosaur. Didn't need that middle evolution-esque kind of transition. Amora, I think it's Amora. Probably falls in the same thing. Kept it simple. Now, if you see my evolutions video, go check that out. But Sylveon just did not cut it for me. Now, in the game, so powerful. Like Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, if it's a special attacker, obviously, but oh my god. Did I use it? Absolutely. But just as an overall Pokemon, I'm like, it's that oversaturated, too fast. Yes, here's an evolution, but now it's 65 cards. Everyone wants it. Now it's shiny is fantastic, so I'll give you that. Hawlucha, A class. Love Hawlucha. Typing is fantastic to fighting. Flying, kind of giving it a tough. I think was it weak? I think it's still weak to like lightning, and ice and all that stuff like typical flying types are. But even then, it's got some great moves. I think it's like body press. Use it like 1,000 times, and I think it was Emerald Rogue 2.0. And it's a rat. We all know it needs to have a rat in it. Carbink, I hate it. I don't know what the point of that Pokemon is. Again, if you like it, that is okay. Still don't know what it is. The Goomy line. Ooh, this is tough because how do I really feel about it? I'm gonna say B-. We can revisit that later, though, after we get through everything. Because that could be different. But I just feel like the final evolution of it that I didn't put in the right spot, kind of lost on it. But again, we'll revisit. That might be something we revisit. It's Keys. Love. This is my other one. And this is solely based on they took a grass type and a ghost type and slammed it together in this perfect unison. Great Pokemon. Looks awesome. I'll drop this in the B. Same concept. I get what they're doing. Did they need two separate of the same thing? I don't know. Avalugg, kind of in the middle. I'll go C. It's just Antarctica with legs. Noibat. So this grew on me. Noivern and Noibat grew on me pretty much. Everyone was always hating because like it's basically a Zubat. It's a flying cave type. It's da-da-da-da-da. Wrong. That has dragon typing in it, I believe, and it has a pretty sick design. So hate me for that if you want. Getting to our legendaries. I personally did not pick the right game. I played X, but I still loved Xerneas. Yveltal is also an A. Excuse me? There we go. No A minuses in this class. Didn't even pay attention to that. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave this right here. So I got a comment about my Genesect comment, and it's perfect. It was a great comment. It made total sense. But is this just another alien thing? I don't know. Your opinion. I'll leave that to you. I won't even say my opinion. I think it's an alien again. This is Carbink, but a female. Hoopa. See, Hoopa's design in this specific sprite is great, but this little one is not my favorite. Volcanion. We'll revisit. We're at the end anyway, but all right, we are going to revisit because we're going to move Greninja up to A. The rest of the line for me will probably stay B. Not being a hater, this is now based on design. I think they had a Celebrations card. It's like all black, and I have the hollow. The shiny's perfect. It's fantastic. Volcanion's typing by itself, I think it's fire water, is just awesome. I love the design. I know it's very confusing for some people because it does have a giant ring on its back, but it is just awesome. I love the cards. I think I've never used it in a game. Did I? If I did, I do not remember, but I don't think I ever have. But cool design. And now let's break down this list. I told you there's only 3 S-Class for me, and it's Aegislash line, Dragalge line, Trevenant. In this smaller generation, it's very hard to get to that S-Class, in my opinion. But if we move down the list, we can we'll keep the Goomy line there. I feel like that makes Goodra line. It just makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna move Fennekin up to A, I think, too, for my my final move. Let me know what you guys think, by the way. I can't harp this enough. I appreciate you guys more than you think who watch this. Again, if you don't watch it all the way through, even if you don't even get this message, it's just cool for me to do because I've always wanted to be not like a YouTuber. I don't want to do all that stuff. It's too much. But just to have fun with something in a hobby, especially nowadays with like things are tough, like jobs and life. But Again, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next generation tier list.